21 points.
It was Springvale who began best, with Emmett Dunn controlling traffic at half-forward, setting up the first of Springvale's 3 straight in the opening term. But when Plod copped 15 minutes in the sin bin, the Boroughs hit back. Mick Jennings couldn't find a way through. Billy Swan sang out,
"I can help."
Port 2 points down at the first change. And despite having 2 of their own, Lindsay Snedden and Kevin Goss sin-binned in the second term, Port scored 4 goals to 1 to hold a 15-point break at half-time. The Vales hit the lead midway through term 3 when captain coach Phil Malin scored a good snap goal, then a better one at the Fitzroy Street end. But his main rival for best on-ground honours, Mick Jennings, put Port back in front at the final change. They got as far as 19 points up early in the final term. Then Springvale lifted.
An important kick. It's a beauty.
Jeff Anderson scored 3 of Springvale's 7 in the final term, one of them the sealer into time on.
That's sewn it up. No worries now for the Vales.
The win was Springvale's first in 8 meetings with Port, who now play Williamstown in next week's preliminary final. There were 3 reports: Springvale's Emmett Dunn and Port pair Lindsay Snedden and Kevin Goss on striking charges. And in the VFA second division, Waverley scored a hard-fought win over Werribee. Waverley is through to the big one, but Werribee now faces the in-form Paran in next week's preliminary final.
Trailing by 2 points at quarter time. They now lead by 15 points, and she's on even after the siren.
Yes, that's a great fight back by Port into the end that we think is the non-scoring end, yet there's been plenty of scoring there.
Well, very shortly we'll be back here. Just a reminder that during the half-time break we'll be taking the professional foot running here at the Junction Oval. We'll also have Greg Miles' wrap-up of yesterday's racing. But in the meantime, we can keep you up to date with the VFL elimination final at the MCG. John Nichols.
Right, Drew. I don't know if it's exciting as it is down Junction Oval, but certainly a great game here by Melbourne. They lead by 20 odd points, and if it wasn't for Phil Cracker, who's had his hand in 2 or 3 goals for North in the forward line, certainly Melbourne would be a lot further ahead. They kicked 4 goals in the first 7 minutes. Brilliant play. It was probably vintage Melbourne, like they did early in the season, the night Premiership Cup. But all in all, Melbourne are well on top. They just haven't been able to convert. They've missed, I think, 6 easy shots at goal in the last half of the first quarter in this first 15 minutes. But all in all, Drew, it's for your own information, there's no bar up here on the top of at the MCG. There's plenty of wind and plenty of pigeons, but it's a great game.